Good evening and welcome to coverage of Election Night 2020 here on WNAS. We thank everyone who's tuning in this evening, whether on Spectrum Channel 184 here in Floyd County, on our live YouTube stream, or listening either on 88.1 FM here locally or elsewhere at WNAS.org. We appreciate you checking in tonight as our students and staff keep you up to speed on the results from around New Albany and Floyd County tonight as they come in. Let's start off tonight by having our co-host introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Abigail Swearens, and I'm a sophomore here at New Albany High School, and I'm currently in my first year in the radio and television program. Tonight we'll be covering 19 races on the ballot in Floyd County that local residents went to the polls to vote not only today, but in earlier voting over this past month. In town we'll be covering all of the judges and school board races, as well as battles for surveyor, coroner, treasurer, and recorder. We will also have county council and commissioners races to cover. In addition, we will check in on how local voting is going to pair of state representative races, governor and attorney general for Indiana, the battle of the 9th Congressional District, and of course we'll be seeing how Floyd County voters are weighing in on the hotly contested battle for the President of the United States.
Thank you, Abby. Before we get started, we absolutely need to thank all the students in the WNAS program here at New Albany that are working both in the television studio and throughout our department tonight, but also around town. We've got 11 staffers that have been out at different locations around the county this evening, gathering up results and bringing those back to the studios for us.
Our voting locations around Floyd County today included both New Albany and Floyd Central High Schools, Scribner Middle School, elementary schools including Floyd's Knobs, Georgetown and Greenville, as well as Prosser, Valley View Golf Course, the 4-H Fairgrounds, and the School Administrative Building. We will also be gathering results from mail-in and absentee ballots, as well as early voting, all of which will be combined in the totals that come in from the county clerk's office.
Okay. In addition to Abby and myself, we have 4 WNAS students here in the studio acting as reporters this evening. We're going to go over to the news desks and let them introduce themselves, and we'll start off with Pearson.
Hi, I'm Pearson Scott. I'm a sophomore at New Albany High School, and this is my first year in the WNAS staff. Tonight I'll be reporting on the races for Governor of the State of Indiana, State Representative District 70, Judge of Floyd Superior Court Number 2, and County Commissioner District 3.
All right, we'll go to Emily now.
I'm Emily Sarter. I'm a sophomore at New Albany and in my first year as part of the radio and television program here. The 3 races I'll be reporting are Attorney General of Indiana, Floyd County Surveyor, and School Board District 4.
Okay, next up, Malia.
I'm Malia Rowland. I'm a junior at New Albany, and this is my second year in the WNAS program. Tonight I'll be bringing you the results of State Representative District 72, Floyd County Treasurer, and County Council at Large.
And Eve.
I'm Eve White. I'm a sophomore at New Albany in my second year on the WNAS staff. Tonight I will be reporting on the races for President of the United States, Judge of Floyd Superior Court Number 1, County Commissioner District 2, and School Board Member at Large.
And finally, Abigail's going to take over some of the responsibilities reporting as well.
Hi everyone, I'll be giving you the totals this election night for the United States Representative for the 9th Congressional District, Floyd County Coroner, and the School Board District 3. In addition to these 17 contested races, there are only 2 positions on the ballot tonight that have already been decided by virtue due to only 1 candidate running. Maria Granger will keep her seat on the bench as judge in Floyd Superior Court Number 3, while Louis Neville Indris will be the winner this evening for Floyd County Recorder. We will be giving you those vote totals in our wrap-up at conclusion of the evening, but otherwise we'll be focusing on the contested races tonight.
Well, we've set the stage for tonight's results that we're going to begin to unveil. We anticipate doing 2 or 3 updates throughout the evening with the results being sent to us every time that we get 3, and in this case, 6 polling places reporting. One change to our script here tonight, we're finding that there are a couple of situations throughout the county. We were made aware that maybe there was an issue with one of the polling machines printing out the results out in Greenville, and what I guess probably is not unexpected, but is going to have a big impact tonight, is that there's been such a huge turnout in terms of early voting throughout Floyd County, absentee ballots and mail-in ballots, that they've only been able to get a fraction of those knocked out down at the county clerk's office. We're hearing maybe upwards of 30,000 votes, and Indiana law forces the state to not begin counting ballots until election day. Some states around the country allow for early counting. Indiana's not one of them. The last update we heard potentially 10,000 ballots had been counted out of 30,000 down there, and we're hearing that there's very strong potential that we will not have the results from the clerk's office tonight. That might not even be finished until tomorrow morning. So we'll get you as much of the totals as we have from around the county, but it might not be possible in this broadcast to be able to get the entire scope of it if we do not receive the totals from the county clerk's office before we sign off here tonight. All right. One other thing that we want to make certain every year is to remind our listeners and viewers that during primary and general election broadcasts, these are only unofficial results. We strive for accuracy in our results, but none of this is official until it's certified by the clerk's office. So we will do the best that we can with the information that we have. With that said, we're going to get a look at our first round of updates tonight, and I believe we will start with Judge of Floyd Superior Court number 1. And that is going to be, who do we have over there with Floyd Superior Court 1? Eve, go ahead there.
With 6 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for Judge of Floyd Superior Court number 1, Carrie Stiller has gotten 2,817 votes, and Matthew Lorch with 1,752 votes.
Okay. Thank you, Eve. So Carrie Stiller out to a good start here this evening. Next, we will move on to Judge of Floyd Superior Court number 1. I don't have your names on here, so if you can jump in. Floyd Superior Court number 2. Who has 2?
Oh, no.
Nobody has Floyd Superior Court number 2 here. Go right ahead if you got it.
With 6 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race of Judge of Floyd Superior Court number 2, James Hancock has 3,019 votes, and Chelsea Stanley checks in with 1,560.
Okay, and as we just mentioned, Judge of Floyd Superior Court number 3 is an uncontested race, Maria Granger, with 2,961 votes on the evening, and she will be the winner in that race. All right, we're going to move now to the school board races here, and we will start off with school board member District 3. I believe that is Abigail.
With 6 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for school board in District 3, Elizabeth Gillian has 2,506 votes, while Rita Showards has 1,032 votes.
Okay. So Galligan with a sizable advantage with 6 out of the 10 polling locations thus far. We're going to move on now to school board member in District 4.
With 6 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for school board in District 4, Rebecca Garnauer has 2,304 votes, while Misty Rona sits at 1,264.
Okay. And then school board member at large is going to be Eve. We'll go back to her for this one.
With 6 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for an at-large spot of the school board, Jenny Higbee has 1,999 votes, while Ann Carruthers has grabbed 1,719 votes.
Okay, so a fairly tight race in the school board member at large. Jenny Higbee, one of our incumbents that is already on the board, trying to be unseated by Ann Carruthers there. So we've got the judges and school board out of the way here. We're going to keep it local right now. In the race for recorder, again, Lois Neville Endress is running uncontested, has all 3,800 plus votes thus far this evening, and she will be our recorder. We're going to now move to the treasurer's race. That is Malia.
With 6 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for Floyd County Treasurer, Steve Burks has 2,821 votes, and Rebecca Lane has tallied 1,732 votes.
Okay. Steve Burks has held a number of offices in New Albany and Floyd County, looking to now become the new treasurer here, and he's got about an 1,100 vote advantage right now on Rebecca Lane. I'm going to send it back to Abigail now, and she's going to give us a look, our first one of the evening, on Floyd County Coroner.
With 6 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for Floyd County Coroner, Greg Roughton has 2,917 votes, with Anthony Oxenden with 1,603.
Okay. Last one here, Floyd County Surveyor. We're going to send it over to Emily for an update on that one.
With 6 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for Floyd County Surveyor, Bill Gibson has 2,965 votes, and Jeffrey Mathewson checks in with 1,532 votes.
All right, thank you, Emily. We have 3 races out in the county, 2 for county commissioner in a couple of different districts. We've also got county council at large. We'll go back to Eve now for our first look tonight at county commissioner in District 2.
With 6 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for County Commissioner from District 2, John Schellenberger has 2,938 votes and Jeremy Shumate has 1,613.
Thank you, Eve. And in District 3 for the County Commissioner, we'll send it over to Pearson.
With 6 out of 10 polling locations reporting for the race of County Commissioner from District 3, Tim Kamer has 2,860 votes, while Thomas Lenfert clocks in with 1,654.
All right. And I am getting a report from the clerk's office, a message from one of our school administrators saying more than likely the clerk's office will not have the absentee or early voting completed this evening. Over 30,000 votes cast. And so that could have an obviously big impact on the voting, because some of the totals we have coming here, 4,500 votes have been cast. 7 or 8 times as much has not been counted. So could be a very long evening into tomorrow, although I'm not going to keep all of you here until 2 in the morning. All right, so we've had District 2 and District 3 in the County Commissioner's race. We're going to go to County Council at large. There are 6 candidates on the ballot here, and that is going to be Malia.
3 out of 6 candidates will be added to the County Council at large members. Alphabetically, Dale Bagshaw has 2,288 votes, Cal Jansen with 1,185, Leslie Knable has earned 1,685 votes, Connie Moon has nabbed 2,133 votes, Brad Striegel has 1,699, and Douglas Weicker has tallied 2,046 votes with 6 polling locations reporting out of 10.
All right, thank you, Malia. All right, that takes care of all of the races in New Albany and Floyd County on our first go-around. We do have other races on the ballot at the state and national level. We will start with state representative in District 70, and that'll go back over to Pearson here.
With 6 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for Indiana State Representative from District 70, Karen Engelman has 163 votes, and Kent Yeager has picked up 42.
Okay, thank you, Pearson. We go right back to Malia here. She's got State Representative District 72. Ed Clare is the incumbent and running once again here. Let's see how Mr. Clare is doing so far tonight.
With 6 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for Indiana State Representative from District 72, Ed Clare has 2,854 votes, and Erica Lawrence has received 1,545 votes.
Okay, thank you, Malia. Branching out a little bit more, U.S. representatives to head up to Washington representing the 9th District, and Trey Hollingsworth has won this race the past 2 election cycles. And let us go to Abigail and get an update on how the incumbent is doing again this evening.
With 6 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for the 9th Congressional District to the United States House of Representatives, Trey Hollingsworth has 2,943 votes, Andy Ruff has 1,398, and Tanya Millis comes in with 291 votes.
Thank you, Abigail. 2 races statewide that Floyd County will be participating in, Governor of Indiana as well as the Attorney General race. We are going to start with Governor, and that'll be Pearson Scott.
With 6 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for Governor of the state of Indiana, Eric Holcomb has 2,935 votes, Woody Myers has 1,373, and Donald Rainwater checks in with 365 votes.
Thank you, Pearson. Emily, we'll go back to you now as we look at Attorney General.
With 6 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for Attorney General of the state of Indiana, Todd Rokita has 2,922 votes, and Jonathan Weisefeld has 1,654 votes.
Thank you, Emily. And of course, it seems like this race has been going on for quite a while, but obviously the reason why the massive turnout this year, and that would be the race for President of the United States. And I believe the last time I had checked, no surprise, Indiana has already been called for the president. Let's go ahead and check, though, and see how that voting is going here in Floyd County this evening. We'll send it over to Eve.
With 6 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for President of the United States, Donald Trump has 2,948, Joe Biden has 1,560 votes, and Joe Jorgensen has picked up 179.
All right. So as expected, President Trump doing well in Floyd County and in Indiana this evening. All right. We have gone through one round here. We have got 6 out of 10 polling locations that we have completed. And while you all are checking for updates, have we gotten our next batch come through? Have you all thrown away your old stuff and written up your new ones, just so we make sure that we are not? All right, we're going to hand those out and get updated here. So I'll do a quick recap while we're getting some updates. Both in here as well as on our screens back in the TV production room. Quick run through again, starting with Judge of Floyd Superior Court number 1. All of these results that I'm giving now are through 6 out of 10 polling locations reporting, and that does not include the county clerk's office. In Floyd Superior Court number 1, Carrie Stiller, 2,817 votes. Matthew Lorch, 1,752. Judge of Floyd Superior Court number 2, James Hancock, the incumbent, 3,019 votes at last report. The challenger, Chelsea Stanley, with 1,560. Maria Granger is running unopposed in Judge of Floyd Superior Court number 3, so she will be holding on to the position that she currently holds. In the school board races this evening, school board member District 3, currently, Elizabeth Galligan with 2,506 votes. She is already on the school board, and she's trying to fight off a challenge from Dr. Rita Shords, who had 1,032 votes. School board member District 4, Rebecca Gardenauer is the incumbent, 2,302 votes, and Misty Rono with 1,264 votes at last update. Jenny Higbee, running for school board member at large, is on the board currently. Right now, a fairly narrow lead, 1,999 votes for Ms. Higbee, and Carruthers with 1,719. Floyd County Recorder Lois Neville Endress is running unopposed. She will be the victor in that race this evening. Steve Burks has a 2,821 to 1,732 advantage over Becky Lang in the race for Floyd County Treasurer. In the coroner's race, Greg Roughton, 2,917 votes. Anthony Oxendine with 1,603. Floyd County Surveyor, Bill Gibson, 2,965 votes. Jeffrey Mathewson, 1,532. Out in the county, John Schellenberger with 2,938 votes. Jeremy Shoemate, 1,613. That is the race for County Commissioner in District 2. County Commissioner District 3, Tim Kamer, 2,860 votes. Thomas Lenford, 1,654. And in the at-large position, 3 out of 6 will go on to join the council. Right now, all 3 Republicans leading the vote, getting Dale Bagshaw, 2,288. Connie Moon with 2,133, Douglas Wacker 2,046. The 3 Democratic candidates, Brad Striegel narrowly over Leslie Knable. He's got a 14-vote advantage, 1,699 to 1,685. Callie Jansen with 1,185 votes. And as we just talked about a moment ago, at the state and national level, Karen Engelman in District 70 for state rep with 163 votes to Kent Yeager's 42. Ed Clare, the incumbent, with 2,854 votes over Erica Lawrence's 1,545. Trey Hollingsworth, the incumbent, in the U.S. representative race for the 9th District, 2,943 votes for Hollingsworth. Andy Ruff out of Bloomington with 1,398. And Tanya Millis, the Libertarian candidate, with 291 votes. Todd Rakita, we found out today, actually quarantined at home, came down with COVID-19. We wish Mr. Rakita well as he tries to get healthy again. And one thing that's going to put him in a better mood is if he holds on right now, 1,300 vote advantage over Jonathan Weinzapfel in the race for Attorney General. Eric Holcomb, 2,935 votes over Woody Myers, 1,373, both well ahead of Donald Rainwater. And currently Donald Trump just about doubling up Joe Biden in Floyd County. All right, so that's a recap of where we were at 6 out of 10 polling locations reporting. Abigail looks like she is up and ready to go. Everybody there is giving me a smiley face behind their masks here, so we're going to go ahead and start the next batch. And it looks like at this point we have got 9 out of 10. And as we mentioned in our intro, Greenville was having an issue getting some stuff printed off to us up there, and so we're waiting for that last one to come in. Clerk's office, honestly, it does not sound like from reports that we have been getting from 3 different sources this evening that they are going to be making any headway while we are on the air tonight. They had 20,000 more votes to count. So, you know, some people have 1,000-point leads, 1,500 vote leads at this point, but the overwhelming majority of the votes are still being counted down at the clerk's office. So we are going to go around for our next batch of results, and we will start again with the judges' races. And I will begin with Floyd Superior Court 1, and that is Eve White.
With 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for Judge of Floyd Superior Court Number 1, Carrie Stiller has gotten 4,409 votes, and Matthew Lorch with 2,651 votes.
Okay, thank you, Eve. We'll give it now to Pearson as he gives us an update in Court 2.
With 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting for the race of Judge of Floyd Superior Court Number 2, James Hancock has 4,724 votes, and Chelsea Stanley checks in with 2,357.
Thank you, Pearson. And again, Maria Granger running unopposed in Floyd Superior Court 3. She has all 4,500 plus votes so far this evening. Shifting now to the school board race. And we will start off with School Board District 3, and that will be Abigail on my right.
With 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for School Board District 3, Elizabeth Gillian has 3,873 votes, while Rita Showards has 1,585 votes.
Thank you, Abigail. Emily is up next as we take a look at District 4 for the school board.
With 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for school board in District 4, Rebecca Gardenauer has 3,616 votes, while Misty Rono sits at 1,895 votes.
Thank you, Emily. And we'll go back to Eve as she gives us one more look at the school board race tonight.
With 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for an at-large spot on the school board, Jenny Higbee has 3,051 votes, while Ann Carruthers has grabbed 2,658 votes.
Okay. Thank you, Eve. School board is finished. Let's work our way around Floyd County. Again, in the recorder's race, Lois Neville Endress running unopposed, so we're going to go ahead and give her that victory here this evening. We will go to Malia for her first batch of updates here in this second round of voting and looking at the treasurer's race.
With 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for Floyd County Treasurer, Steve Burks has 4,370 votes, and Rebecca Lang has tallied 2,651 votes.
Thank you, Malia. Floyd County Coroner will be the next one that we look at, and that is going to be back over here to Abigail.
With 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for Floyd County Coroner, Greg Rutan has 4,579 votes, and Anthony Oxenden has 2,389 votes.
Okay, thank you, Abigail. Emily, we'll go back to you over there with the surveyor's race.
With 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for Floyd County Surveyor, Bill Gibson has 4,607 votes, and Jeffrey Mathewson checks in with 2,328 votes.
Thank you, Emily. Moving out to the county now, and we've got County Commissioner District 2, and that will bring us back to Eve.
9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for County Commissioner from District 2, John Schellenberger has 4,594 votes, and Jeremy Shoemate has 2,441.
All right, Eve. Pearson, back to you now, and we're looking at County Commissioner District 3.
With 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for County Commissioner from District 3, Tim Kamer has 4,466 votes, while Thomas Lenfert clocks in with 2,498.
All right, and we'll head back to Malia one more time here as we look at the biggest race on the ballot, County Council at Large.
3 out of 6 candidates will be added to the County Council at-large members. Alphabetically, Dale Bagshaw has 3,415 votes. Kyle Jansen has 1,762 votes. Leslie Knable has earned 2,540 votes. Connie Moon has nabbed 3,187 votes. Brad Striegel has 2,630 votes. And Douglas Wacker has 3,175 votes, with 9 polling locations out of 10 reporting.
All right, thank you, Malia. And then as we look outside of Floyd County, we will go to Pearson for state representative race, District 70.
With 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for Indiana State Representative from District 70, Karen Engelman has 471 votes, and Kent Yeager has picked up 187.
Thank you, Pearson. State Representative District 72, and that'll be back to Malia.
With 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for Indiana State Representative from District 72, Ed Clare has 4,209 votes, and Erica Lawrence has received 2,300 votes.
Thank you, Malia. U.S. Representative from the 9th Congressional District, that is going to be Abigail.
With 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for the 9th Congressional District to the United States House of Representatives, Trey Hollingsworth has 4,575 votes, Andy Ruff has 2,138, and Tanya Millis comes in at 449 votes.
Thank you, Abigail. Pearson, we will come back to you for governor.
With 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in for the race for governor of the state of Indiana, Eric Holcomb has 4,558 votes, Woody Myers has 2,108, and Donald Rainwater checks in with 572 votes.
Thank you, Pearson. The other statewide race taking place this evening, Attorney General, and for that we'll go over to Emily.
9 out of 10 polling locations in the race for Attorney General of the state of Indiana, Tom Rakita has 4,579 votes, and Jonathan Weizapfel has 2,499.
All right, and the last one, unreported this go around, will be for president, and Eve is covering that one for us this evening.
With 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for President of the United States, Donald Trump has 4,579, Joe Biden has 2,383 votes, and Joe Jorgensen has picked up 291.
We don't have any reports on Kanye West? Nothing listed there? Okay. I haven't seen anything coming across my screen here to let us know how Kanye is doing, so maybe he'll pull the upset. All right, so we have got 9 out of 10, and I have not seen any movement coming from our TV production room to indicate whether we have gotten anything coming in from Greenville yet. All right. It's actually, yeah, we've it's a technicality. There are 10 polling locations plus the clerk's office, so. All right. So without a update yet from Greenville, we're going to do one more go around here in case you missed the last batch here. This is with 9 out of 10 polling locations. We don't have Greenville. We also don't have the clerk's office at this point. So we're going to do one more spin through here. And we've got one young lady down at the courthouse, and she's trying to eavesdrop on people's conversations down there to see if she can find out how many votes that have been counted down there and try to give us an update of where they are at down at the county clerk's office. So again, that's all the early voting that has taken place in Floyd County over the past month. All the military ballots, all the absentee ballots, all the mail-in. We know that going into yesterday, 92 million ballots have been cast early around the United States. It's the most that we have ever seen. And obviously that has been one of the issues that we have this evening is so many people voted early in Floyd County that it's overwhelmed the system down at the courthouse. And the last report we had said 20,000 votes were still waiting to be tabulated. So we're trying to buy a little bit of time here. But from all indications, the best we can hope for tonight is to get Greenville in here, have the 10 voting locations from just the people that voted on Election Day itself. Today, the polls open up at 6 o'clock in Floyd County, shut down at 6 o'clock this evening, including right on the other side of this wall in the gym here at New Albany High School. Anybody that was in line at 6 o'clock when they closed down were able to vote, and we were able to get most of these back in here fairly quickly once they started rolling in about 6:45, but we are probably going to not be able to conclude this this evening as I'm getting reports on the status of some of the voting down at the county clerk's office that's still being added up. But we will try to buy a little time here and do one more go around. So this is still with 9 out of 10 polling locations. We'll redo the updates that we just did here a moment ago. And as we have already this evening a couple times, we're going to start with the judges' races. And we will begin with Eve doing judge in Court 1.
Okay, with 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting for the race for the judge of Floyd Superior Court number 1, Carrie Stiller has gotten 4,409 votes, while Matthew Lorch has taken up 2,651.
All right, thank you, Eve. The other contested race for judge this evening is in Court 2, and that'll be Pearson.
With 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for judge of Floyd Superior Court number 2, James Hancock has 4,724 votes, and Chelsea Stanley checks in with 2,357.
All right. And again, one uncontested race this evening for a judge's spot. Maria Granger in Floyd Superior Court number 3, running unopposed. She is the incumbent. And right now, just giving it a quick spot check, looks like Maria Granger, the only Democrat that is leading any races in Floyd County. That was not the case in last year's election, but right now, as I'm scrolling through here looking at the updates, Republicans are running the board in the contested races thus far. But again, these totals only add up to about 20% of the totals in Floyd County, and we know there's been a lot of early voting, and we know just based on numbers that have gone on around the country at large and Indiana as well, a lot of that early voting being done by Democrats. So some of this still could balance out a little bit as the night goes on. But Lois Neville Endress, also the Floyd County Recorder's race, running unopposed, as is Maria Granger in the judge's race. Going over to the school board, let's throw it over to Abigail, and we're looking at School Board District 3.
With 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for school board in District 3, Elizabeth Gillian has 3,873 votes, while Rita Showards has 1,585 votes.
All right, so Galligan with a advantage right now of about 2,300, looking in pretty good shape in the voting that was done today, not taking into account any of the early voting, leading over Rita Showards there. All right, District 4 on the school board, and that'll be back over to Emily.
9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for school board District 4, Rebecca Garnauer has 3,616 votes, while Misty Rono sits at 1,895 votes.
All right, and school board member at large. We're going to go back over to Eve here and get an update in that race.
Again, with 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for an at-large spot on the school board, Jenny Higby has 3,051 votes, while Ann Carruthers has grabbed 2,658 votes.
All right, so Higby still holding on to a slim margin there. And again, the three candidates that are trying to hold on to positions on the school board were Galligan in District 3, Gardenauer in District 4, and Higby as the member at large. Also in the county this evening, we're going to look at Malia giving us an update for treasurer.
With 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for Floyd County Treasurer, Steve Burks has 4,370 votes, and Rebecca Lang has tallied 2,651 votes.
Thank you, Malia. The coroner's race, and we'll be back to Abigail for that one.
With 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for Floyd County Coroner, Greg Roughton has 4,579 votes, and Anthony Oxidine has 2,389 votes.
Okay. The surveyor's race, we'll go back over to Emily here.
Out of 10 polling locations in the race for Floyd County Surveyor, Bill Gibson has 4,607 votes, while Jeffrey Mathewson checks in with 2,328 votes.
All right, and again, in the race for Floyd County Recorder, Lois Neville Endress running unopposed this evening. She's totaled just short of 6,000 votes, again, running unopposed. Moving out to the county, we have got County Commissioner District 2, and that'll be Eve for this update.
With 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for County Commissioner from District 2, John Schellenberger has 4,594 votes, and Jeremy Shoemate has 2,441.
All right, thank you, Eve. County Commissioner District 3, and for that one, we will go over to Pearson.
9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for County Commissioner from District 3. Tim Kamer has 4,466 votes, while Thomas Lentford clocks in with 2,498 votes.
And County Council at Large, I believe that is Malia's.
3 out of 6 candidates will be added to the County Council at Large members alphabetically. Dale Bagshaw has 3,415 votes. Cal Jansen has 1,762 votes. Leslie Knable has earned 2,540 votes. Connie Moon has earned 3,187 votes. Brad Striegel with 2,630 votes. And Douglas Wacker has tallied 3,175 votes with 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting.
So the three Republicans still leading, although Brad Striegel has closed the gap a little bit on Connie Moon and Douglas Wacker. Actually only 12 votes separating those two for second position in that race, but Striegel making up a little bit of ground in that one. And as we branch out around the state, let's go ahead and look at state representative races. We'll start with Pearson in District 70.
With 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for Indiana State Representative from District 70, Karen Engelman has 471 votes, and Kent Yeager has picked up 187.
All right, and in District, where are we at here? District 70 in the state representative race, and that'll be Malia as well.
With 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for Indiana State Representative from District 72, Ed Clare has 4,209 votes, and Erica Lawrence has received 2,300 votes.
Okay. So 2 races for state representative in the area this evening. Trey Hollingsworth has won the past 2 races for U.S. Representative in the 9th Congressional District. We will see if he is able to hold on and get a 3rd term here. And for the update on that race, we'll go to Abigail.
With 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for the 9th Congressional District to the United States House of Representatives, Trey Hollingsworth has 4,575 votes, Andy Ruff has 2,138, Antonia Millis comes in at 449 votes.
Attorney General, we'll actually get these, I've got them backwards here this time, but we'll run with it. Attorney General in Indiana is Emily. We'll get an update on that one here.
With 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for Attorney General of the state of Indiana, Todd Rakita has 4,579 votes, and Jonathan Weitzapfel has 2,499.
Governor's race. Eric Holcomb was the lieutenant governor to Mike Pence, and when Mike Pence got tabbed to run for vice president 4 years ago, Holcomb stepped in and took over as governor of Indiana. Now this will be his first attempt at re-election. Let's go over to Pearson and see how Governor Holcomb's doing in his re-election campaign.
With 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in for the race for governor of the state of Indiana, Eric Holcomb has 4,558 votes, Woody Myers has 2,108, and Donald Rainwater checks in with 572 votes.
All right, and the biggest race nationally, obviously, this evening for President of the United States, as we're trying to get some updates from various news sources, and at last count on a national scale, early on 16 electoral votes called for Joe Biden, 13 for Donald Trump, although in that 13, Indiana was called very early on for President Trump. Let's see how the president is doing in Floyd County this evening, and for that one, we'll go over to Eve.
Again, we have 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting for the race of President of the United States. Donald Trump has 79. Joe Biden has 2,383, and Joe Jorgensen has picked up 291.
All right. So that is the update that we had after 9 out of 10 polling locations. Again, down here in the Valley, we were voting today at the 4-H Fairgrounds, New Albany High School, Prosser, Scribner Middle School, the administration building for the schools out on Grant Line Road, and then up in the Knobs, Valley View Golf Course, Floyd Central, Floyd's Knobs Elementary, Georgetown, and Greenville are the locations there. So 10 polling locations plus the clerk's office. They are separate from one another there. So there was only voting today at 10 sites, and that's why we say that along the way. Still waiting on Greenville. And again, before we ever got on the air this evening, we had a report from actually a former judge candidate that was running back in the spring. Called in to let us know that she had been up at Greenville and that they were having some issues with, I don't know if it was one polling machine or if it was the machine that was printing out the results, but we were having an issue there. We have not yet received any confirmation on totals from Greenville. And then at the clerk's office, as we've mentioned on a couple of occasions here, there were 30,000 votes that were done in terms of early balloting, absentee, mail-in, as well as our military votes that came in. We heard early on that 10,000 of those 30,000 had been counted, but they've been working on that all day, and it does not look like they are going to have that done anytime before midnight, and I don't have our students on the hook that long this evening. So we're trying to get word on just how far into it that they are. If we have any updates on if they're at 15,000, if they've gotten there yet, but have not heard from Annalise Hickman, and we just lost. This is how it works on live television. television. You never know. Occasionally you're going to lose a microphone. Have not heard in the last 10 minutes from Annalise Hickman. I am getting a text, though, from Marley Tate. Marley is one of our juniors here at New Albany High School. She was up at Greenville, and as of 30 seconds ago, she tells me that we have no final results yet from Greenville. There was an error with one of the machines there, and they are waiting to get that resolved. So at this point, we don't have any votes from the final polling location, that being Greenville, according to Marley Tate, our staff member that is up there to gather those results. And Annalise Hickman, who is also out at the county clerk's office. She's been there for a couple of hours, and the last time that we had an update from Annalise, she said that she was one of 3 reporters that there were to gather information tonight, and the quote that we have is, the workers told another reporter that there will be no results tonight because there's no way that they are going to be able to finish with the mail-in and absentee ballots. So we appear to be in a holding pattern at this point. We have given you all of the results that we have from around the county, from 9 of the 10 polling locations that voted today. Greenville, we are hoping that there is a way that they can get those updated and sent to us, but it would be at least 30 minutes if they printed them out right now and Marley was able to get back down here. And the clerk's office, again, we have been told frequently throughout the night that maybe that we just want to call in the morning and get those results. So we know that they had a large crew down there at the clerk's office, down at the city county building, across from the New Albany Library, but we also know that they are probably going to be there all of this evening. So we're going to do one more go-around, about 10 minutes, and if we have not heard anything back from Marley Tate or Annalise Hickman with any updates, we're going to have to wrap it up here because otherwise we're just going to be repeating the same stuff over and over. But if you have not heard the results, if you're at a watch party and missed out on hearing one of the races that you're interested in, we're going to go around one more time with an update. This is with 9 out of 10 polling locations from today. This does not include Greenville Elementary, and it does not involve the clerk's office, and probably, just based on the numbers, 75% of the votes that were cast in Floyd County over the past month are going to be part of that clerk's tally that we do not have. So these are going to be all unofficial numbers tonight. Can you hear me? They're saying pull it up. The kids have never complained about me being a quiet talker, but evidently you all cannot hear me at home. All right, so one more go around here, starting with the judges' races, and let us begin with Eve as she gives us judge of Floyd Superior Court number 1.
Again, we still have 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for judge of Floyd Superior Court number 1. Carrie Stiller has still gotten 4,409 votes, and Matthew Lorch with 2,651.
Okay, thank you, Eve. Moving on to judge in Floyd Superior Court number 2, Pearson Scott will have that update.
Once again, with 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for judge of Floyd Superior Court number 2, James Hancock again has 4,724 votes, and Chelsea Stanley checks in with 2,357.
Thank you, Pearson. And as we've mentioned on a couple of occasions this evening in the Floyd Superior Court number 3, Maria Granger is the incumbent. She is running uncontested, and 4,532 votes cast, all of those for Judge Granger. Moving on to the school board update, and we will begin with Abigail as she looks at District 3.
Again, with 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for school board in District 3, Elizabeth Galligan has 3,873 votes, while Rita Showards has 1,585 votes.
All right, thank you, Abigail. District 4, in the school board race, and that will be Emily.
With 9 out of 10 polling locations for the race for school board in District 4, Rebecca Gardenauer still has 3,616 votes, and Misty Rono still has 1,895 votes.
Thank you, Emily. And let's look at the member at-large position on the school board, and that'll be Eve.
9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for an at-large spot on the school board. Jenny Higbee still has 3,051 votes, while Ann Carruthers has grabbed 2,658 votes.
All right, thank you, Eve. School board and judges races out of the way. Let's look at some other results thus far from around the county. Floyd County Recorder Lois Neville Endress with 5,898 votes. She was running uncontested this evening. In the treasurer's race, Malia Rowland will give us the update.
With 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for Floyd County Treasurer, Steve Burks has 4,370 votes, and Rebecca Lang has tallied 2,651 votes.
Thank you, Malia. Floyd County Coroner will head back to Abigail here.
9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for Floyd County Coroner. Greg Roughton has 4,579 votes, and Anthony Oxidine has 2,389 votes.
Okay. And Floyd County Surveyor will head back over to Emily.
10 polling locations reporting in the race for Floyd County Surveyor. Bill Gibson is winning with 4,607 votes, while Jeffrey Mathewson checks in with 2,328 votes.
All right. Moving back out into the county, we'll head back over to Eve, and we're looking at County Commissioner. This race will be District 2.
With 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for County Commissioner from District 2, John Schellenberger has 4,594 votes, and Jeremy Schumer has 2,441.
All right, so Shoemate trailing Schellenberger in that race. And keeping it in County Commissioner, but District 3 this time, we're going to go over to Pearson.
Again, with 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in for the race for County Commissioner from District 3, Tim Kamer has 4,466 votes, while Thomas Leinfert clocks in with 2,498.
All right. And County Council at large, we will send that over to Malia.
3 out of 6 candidates will be added to the County Council at-large members. Alphabetically, Dale Bagshaw has 3,415 votes. Cal Jansen has 1,762 votes. Leslie Knable has earned 2,540 votes. Connie Moon has nabbed 3,187 votes. Brad Striegel with 2,630. And Douglas Wacker has tallied 3,175 votes with 9 polling locations out of 10 reporting.
All right. And then spreading out from Floyd County, let's start with the state representative races again. Pearson will get us going with District 70.
With 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for Indiana State Representative from District 70, Karen Engelman has 471 votes, and Kent Yeager has picked up 187.
Okay. District 72 now. And for that one, we'll go back over to Malia.
With 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for Indiana State Representative from District 72, Ed Clare has 4,209 votes, and Erica Lawrence has received 2,300 votes.
All right. U.S. Representative, 9th Congressional District, Trey Hollingsworth trying to win his 3rd in a row, and Abigail is going to give us an update on that one.
With 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for the 9th Congressional District to the United States House of Representatives, Trey Hollingsworth has 4,575 votes, Andy Ruff has 2,138, and Tanya Millis comes in at 449 votes.
All right. Governor of the state of Indiana, Eric Holcomb, looking for his 2nd term. Pearson, what's the update on that one?
9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in for the race for governor of the state of Indiana, Eric Holcomb has 4,558 votes, Woody Myers has 2,108, and Donald Rainwater checks in with 572 votes.
And Emily, also on the statewide level, we've got an Attorney General's race tonight. What's the update there?
Once again, with 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for Attorney General of the state of Indiana, Todd Rokita has 4,579 votes, and Jonathan Weinzapfel has 2,499.
Okay. And, of course, President of the United States being decided this evening, although with all of the ballots needing to be counted, very good likelihood we're not going to know that for days or even potentially weeks. According to the Courier-Journal right now, with a lot of the stuff on the East Coast being decided as polls closed at 6 and 7 o'clock. Right now in the Electoral College balloting, according to the Courier-Journal, Joe Biden with 85 votes, Donald Trump with 55, 270 needed to win. Indiana has already gone to President Trump, and I think that probably holds true in Floyd County tonight. Eve will give us the update on that one.
With 9 out of 10 polling locations reporting in the race for President of the United States, Donald Trump has 4,579, Joe Biden has 2,383 votes, and Joe Jorgensen has picked up 291.
All right. Well, we told our students here tonight to expect to probably be here until 9 o'clock, just to be safe. But every indication that we have, if you haven't already heard previously, there was an error with one of the voting machines, or the machine that was going to print out the results from voting today at Greenville. Marley Tate, one of our juniors in the program here at WNAS, checked in with us about 10 minutes ago, said they had no results printed yet, did not know when those were going to be able to be distributed to the reporters that were checking in there. So 9 of the 10 polling locations have reported. We do not have Greenville. We do not have an estimate on when Greenville will come in here. And as we've said right from the start of the show tonight, 30,000 plus votes came into the clerk's office. That represents conservatively 75% of the voting that was done. So an overwhelming majority of the votes were done in early voting over the past month, and we do not have any indication that those will be ready anytime sooner than early tomorrow morning. If that is not done, there's a very real possibility that my first period class or second period class, we might just fire this up and do a show tomorrow if we're still counting up the votes so we can give you all the results. But as I cannot in good conscience be able to keep our students here for another 12 hours waiting for updates, that is going to bring us to the end of our programming here this evening. I did just have a message come through heading to the clerk's office now with the voting machine. So evidently they could not have any luck with the voting machine at Greenville, and they are taking that machine to the clerk's office to try to get that information off of there. So we will get no results from Greenville this evening, and that's just going to add to what we're waiting for from the clerk's office. So we're not going to be able to finish up the show with any definitive results. We've been posting updates this evening on our Facebook page and Twitter page. If you don't follow WNAS, we do invite you to check us online at our different social media places. We've had students updating those as these results have come along throughout the course of the evening. They've been giving those updates on Twitter and Facebook. So tomorrow, as those come in, assuming those come in first thing in the morning, we will get those updates on Facebook and Twitter. If you do follow us, if you don't, we invite you to. We will also have students back in the radio studio tomorrow, and so as updates come in, we'll make sure that we have somebody on 88.1 FM, and as we get results or any further details starting tomorrow morning at 7:40 when the school day begins, we'll go ahead and provide updates there as well. If we have enough students in here, and that's kind of hit or miss, obviously, with the coronavirus, a lot of our students are at home half of the week. Others choose to do all virtual learning. So not certain that we can fire up the studio and do another round of this tomorrow, just because I'm not going to have all of these students available at one time. But I do want to thank them this evening. When you get to the end of this show, we're going to have a rundown of all the students that have made this possible. We had 11 of them out gathering ballots from around the county this evening. 5 students that were brave enough to go on the air tonight. I've got 3 camera people here making sure that we get on. 2 people updating Twitter, 2 people updating Facebook, and then we got several students back there serving as directors, doing our lights, the sound, making sure that everything, all the graphics that you have seen throughout the evening. So if you'll just take a moment when we wrap up here and be able to acknowledge the students that have made this possible here tonight. We're not happy about the fact that we can't wrap the whole thing up, but again, that is completely out of our control. Greenville, I am seeing, only had a total of 614 ballots cast, so that probably would not have dramatically altered the numbers that we have given you all here this evening. But obviously, as I'm looking at the votes cast for President of the United States, there's about 7,000 that we have reported on, and there's still 30,000 votes down at the county clerk's office. So all of this is subject to change. Right now, in the contested races, the Republicans were running the board here this evening, but we know a lot of Democrat voters voted early, so this is still all in flux. We hope that you will check into WNAS Radio tomorrow, as well as our Twitter and Facebook pages to get those results as they come in. Again, all of this unofficial until it is certified by the county clerk's office, and so also keep checking with the Courier-Journal and the News and Tribune, as they will have that information, as well as WNAS. All right, for the final time here tonight, I want to thank everybody for tuning in, all the students that helped us out here to bring this production to you, and check in tomorrow with WNAS as we get reports from Greenville and from the county clerk's office, hopefully sometime early tomorrow morning. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Have a good evening.